Okay, lovely to be here in Byfield in a celebration of Mr. Dave Swarbrick. Yeah, I played at the inauguration of the Launceston Folk Club last night in Launceston. Yeah, and they had it at the town hall. Just that it was a kind of a big do, and the Lord Mayor was there and all sorts of stuff. But they've got Jill Swarbrick, Dave's last wife. He had 6 of them, so Jill was the last one, and she did kind of a painting that they're using for the logo of Swarb. So anyway, it was a really nice event, the whole thing. That's a shame there's not more people here now, but anyway, no worries. So I'm going to start with the song that I usually start with. This is an American traditional folk song called Wicked Polly, and it's from Ozark, that part of America. I think there's a Scottish influence to this. A lot of Scots people apparently live in Ozark. They even have a laird, so they have the Laird of Ozark. And it's a cautionary tale, so there's a message in the song, and the message is that you mustn't enjoy yourself, whatever happens, or awful things will happen to you, as happens to Polly in this song. It's mostly aimed at the young. So with a couple of exceptions, no worries, folks, we're all right. And something I found out, this is genuinely the oldest collected American folk song. This is it. It's the oldest one they've got, folks. I think about 1964. So, no, that's a joke. Anyway, okay. So, Wicked Polly. Young people who delight in sin, I'll tell you what has lately been. The lady who was young and fair, she died in sin and sad despair. She'd go to frolics, dance and play, in spite of all her friends would say. I'll turn to God when I get old, He will then redeem us. One Friday she was taken ill, a stubborn heart began to reel. Mother, did you pray for me, wicked daughter in eternity? My earthly father fared thee well, you're bound for heaven. Okay, I'm going to play a song written by a man from Northern Ireland, from Newry in County Down, a man called Kieran Goss. I don't know if you know him, but if you ever get the chance to see him, he's a fantastic performer, great singer, and I met him a long time ago. We were both going up to play at the Shetland Folk Festival, and we were met on the boat going from Aberdeen up to Lerwick. And we just spent the whole night playing, songs to each other. And this is one that, at the time, he'd just written, and I really liked it. And I just asked him if I could do it. Would he mind if I played it? And he said, no, of course, just go ahead. So I will. And in the middle of this this song of his, my wife suggested that I play this. From another song altogether, a tune that I play with, it's a tune, not a song, a tune that I play with Joe Broughton. And it's in the same key and it's the same kind of tempo. So my wife suggested that I play the bit from that song in the middle. And I said, okay. But she's not here. No, she's definitely not here. And but I'm going to play it anyway because somehow she knows. I don't know how, but somehow people know, don't they? Particularly wives. Anyway, so the song is called Just Around the Corner. It's a good old kind of folk song. It's got a nice chorus. If you know it, please join in. And if you don't know it, you'll pick it up very quick. But if you want to join in, please do. Just Around the Corner. to play you a Bob Dylan song now. Swab was a big fan of Bob Dylan. He liked Bob Dylan a lot, and I mean, I liked him too, but I never actually played any Bob Dylan songs until a few years ago. Apparently, it was Bob Dylan's 75th birthday, and somebody that I know was putting on a Bob Dylan night. So they had a guy from America, a guy from Australia, a guy from Austria, and me, and they said, "We're putting on this Bob Dylan night, are you up for doing it?" Well, there's an old saying in the music business that the only thing you turn down is your collar. So I said, "Oh yes, I'll do that one for sure." But I didn't know any Bob Dylan. I mean, I've heard lots, but I've never actually played one. But I remembered when I was a teenager, because that's a long time ago, I bought a Joan Baez album called Farewell Angelina, and on it was a Bob Dylan song called Daddy, You've Been on My Mind, and I liked that then. So anyway, so I learned that, and I played it that night. And then I didn't know any more. Everybody had been playing Bob Dylan songs all night, so for my next song I just said if Bob Dylan had heard this, he would have loved it. And anyway, so then I just played my normal set, but every song I introduced exactly the same way. And it was in Austria, it was in Vienna this was, so they were looking at me like a bit weird. But then after I said it a few times for a few songs, they kind of got the message, and we all had a good laugh. So, anyway, I don't know if Bob ever recorded it, but Joan Baez sang Daddy, You've Been on My Mind. I'm sure if Bob Dylan sang it, he wouldn't have said that, he would probably Mama or something, I don't know. But I'm going to sing it like Joan Baez. Well, not exactly like Joan. you know what I mean? I'm going to sing it like Daddy, You've Been on My Mind. Okay, so here we go, Daddy, You've Been on My Mind. yourself was clear, someone who has had you on their mind. Well, maybe it's the color of the sun-cut flat uncovering the crossroads I'm standing at. Or maybe it's the weather or something like that. That is, you're just on my mind. That is, you're just on my mind. Okay, another American folk song now, a traditional folk song, and this is one with a chorus, but it's really essential that you join in. Okay, well, I know, don't be embarrassed. It's like doing it in your front room, isn't it, this? Okay, so the song's called I'm Going to Georgia, and the words to the chorus are, I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to stay, I'm going to Georgia, to worry my life away. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to Georgia, going to stay, I'm going to Georgia to worry my life away. So I'll start with the chorus, so you can hear it, and then please join in with the song. It's really easy. Okay, going to Georgia. I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to stay, I'm going to Georgia to worry my life away. Should I go? Here we go. I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to stay, I'm going to Georgia to worry my life away. Right. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I thought I saw my Georgia belle coming around the hill. Well, it's beefsteak when I'm hungry, whiskey when I'm dry, cornbread when I'm hard up, sweet heaven when I die. Here we go. So I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to stay, I'm going to Georgia to worry my life away. So I'm going to Georgia, marry if I can. When I leave old Georgia, I'll be a single man. So I'm going to Atlanta, just to look around. If the weather it don't suit me, I'll find another town. Now I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to stay, going to Georgia to worry my life away. My foot's in my stirrup, my bridle's in my hand, caught in you, my darling, marry you if I can. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I thought the hills, so I'm going to Georgia. I'm going to stay. I'm going to Georgia to worry my life away. And again, so I'm going to Georgia. I'm going to stay. I'm going to Georgia to worry my life away. Okay, so next up is 18 years ago, almost exactly 18 years ago, I became a granddad for the first time. And I just thought it was going to be all right, like great, but that kind of great. And it's actually unbelievable. It's just amazing. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I've got 7 grandkids now, and they all live close. A boy was the first one, and a boy's the last one, and then there's 5 girls in the middle. And I've got 3 kids, and they all had a girl, so I've got 3 9-year-olds, and it's great because they're kind of all mates, and it's really, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, it's just, they're great, it's great being a granddad. Anyway, there is a point here. When my first grandchild was born, my wife told me, she rang me, I was driving around somewhere, and she said, if you want to kind of be there, you better get down to the hospital quick, because Esme, our daughter, is happening now. So I didn't actually want to be there, at the birth. Well, no, I didn't want to. I was there when my wife decided that our kids were going to be born at home, so I was there for them, which was unbelievable. I know it's just like men going on about, I've got a bit of a headache, and your wife's lying there giving birth, Anyway, you feel a bit of a twat, really, but anyway, yeah. So I went to the hospital, and they wouldn't let me in. I mean, they let me in the hospital, but they wouldn't. I went to the room, and I said, well, why can't I go in? And they said they only allowed 2 people in, and your wife's in there. So Jill, my wife, was in there, and the oik that my daughter's shacked up with was in there. He's lovely, actually. He's a lovely man. So, and they're still together. And 3 kids later, and they're still together. So anyway, I got in eventually, and there he was, this tiny little Herbert, all wrapped up and a little bit yellow, but all right, no problem. And I could go on about this for ages, so I won't. So I'll cut to the chase, really. So the thing is, when he was about 18 months old or something, he really took a shine to me. He always wanted to be with me. He wanted me to put him to bed. He wanted me to read him stories. He wanted me to play with him all the time. And I loved it. I really loved it. My wife was a little bit jealous about it, if the truth be known. But anyway, so I started reading him, the Spot the Dogs and all that kind of stuff. And then I thought I'd buy him, I'll read him some poetry. So I bought a book of poems called The Ring of Words, edited by Roger McGough. Remember Roger McGough? Poetry Please and Scaffold and all that. Anyway, so I was reading through it, and then at one point I just came across this poem called The True History of Resurrection Jack, written by Evangeline Patterson, an Irish poet. And I don't really know what it was doing in a book of poems for children, because it's a bit serious on one level. It's, I think it's about apartheid South Africa in the 60s or something. So, don't go down too well with 3-year-olds, you know what I mean? They don't kind of get it. But anyway, it just scanned like a song. It just sounded almost like a song when you wrote it, when you read it. So I just put a really simple tune to it. And I'm going to sing it. But it's just reminded me of something else, actually, because one of the things that I did with my kids, you can't help it, you end up watching TV programs that you probably wouldn't normally. And one of them was Postman Pat. So I saw a lot of Postman Pat with my kids. And then I've seen a lot of Postman Pat with my grandkids as well. So Postman Pat's kind of quite big in our house. So do you fancy having a go at Postman Pat before I go into the true history of Resurrection Jack? We'll have a little go anyway at Postman Pat. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. We found the level now. Morning, it's a morning, just as day is dawning. He picks up all the postman's in his hand. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, the day is just beginning. Pat thinks he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bride's great man. All his friends will smile as they wait to greet him. Maybe you can never be sure there'll be no letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, the day is just beginning. Pat thinks he's a very happy man. Pat thinks he's a very happy man. Well done, folks. Great. Much more fun than the next one. So anyway, this is the true history of Resurrection Jack. Resurrection Jack lived under a stone, curled like a grub and quite alone. He was 3 weeks old and his skin was black. He didn't even know that his name was Jack. Bare was the belt and hard as bone, where he lay beneath his burying stone, ditched by a mother who begrudged him breath. But that little baby gave the slip to death. White folk passing heard a sound, thought it was coming out of the ground. Well, they paused to listen and heard a moan. The trapper Jack, they rolled that stone, yeah. They raised him up in the eye of the sun. That was the day's life begun. Well, he went with the white folks and he never looked back. They grew together, though his skin was black. folks who lifted him into the sun. For there's things go deeper than white or black. That's the true tale, Resurrection Jack. There was a fantastic programme on BBC4, I don't know, a few weeks ago, about Lord Franklin, and how, I don't know, sometime very recently anyway, these people, they found his ship, they found where it actually was, and it was where, I don't know if this is PC to say, do you say Inuits or Eskimos, but anyway, they told them, I don't know, over a century ago where they thought the ship was, and nobody believed them. They just thought that was just kind of folklore or something or other. But then this bunch of people who just, these Canadians, they went where the Inuits told them it was, and there it was, so they found it. And they found out all sorts of things about that trip, which kind of made the song a little bit, kind of factually, it's not kind of on the money anymore, you know. But anyway, it's a lovely song, so I'm going to play it regardless of the actual, you know, the truth of it all. Anyway, Lord Franklin. Homeward bound one night on the deep, swinging in my hammock I fell asleep. I dreamed a dream and I thought it true, concerning Franklin and his gallant crew. With 100 seamen he sailed away to the frozen ocean in the month of May, to find a passage around the pole, where we bus sailors do sometimes go. Hardship they painless drove, the ship on mountains of ice was drove. Only the Eskimo in his skin canoe, the only one that ever came through. chorus song, yeah? Okay, so I'll tell you the words. There's a few more than in the other one, but there's two that are particularly significant. Two words, but okay. So it's a song written by Curtis Mayfield. Anyway, what can I say? Curtis Mayfield, fantastic songwriter, and anyway, so that's it. So Curtis Mayfield wrote this song, You Must Believe Me, and the words to the chorus are, the words to the chorus are, you must believe me. Okay, right, so you must believe me.
You must believe me.
No matter what the people might say.
No matter what the people might say.
You must believe me.
You must believe me.
It just didn't happen that way.
Just didn't happen that way.
And then these are the two words. Oh no.
Oh no.
But you really have to give it some, you know what I mean? Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's more like it. It just didn't happen that way. Okay, so you must believe me, no matter what the people might say. You must believe me, it just didn't happen that way. Oh no. It just didn't happen that way. Okay. Please sing it now. Okay. Okay, and I'll start with the chorus like the other one. I'll start with the chorus and then we'll go. Okay, you must believe me. Chorus goes like that. You must believe me, no matter what people might say. You must believe me, darling. Just didn't happen that way. Oh no, just didn't happen that way. You've come home with something on your mind. Tell me, darling, why are you crying? You say be serious, no time for fun. Tell me, darling, what have I done? The things you've heard couldn't be denied. But before your opinion, listen to my side. Here we go. You must believe me, no matter what the people might say. You must believe me, darling, just didn't happen that way. Oh no, just didn't happen that way. Girl, you're wrong to believe what was said, for you know nothing could ever be that bad. Though the talk is now all over town, darling, you know I'll never put you down. True, her and me were at the party's guests. Nothing I could say about her I love best. You must believe me, no matter what the people might say. You must believe me, darling, just didn't happen that way. Oh no, just didn't happen that way. You've come home with something on your mind. Tell me, darling, why are you crying? You say be serious, no time for fun. Tell me, darling, what have I done? The things you've heard could think so little of me, they allow you to go. When you're near, they're searching air, but spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye. But how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye. This is a song called All For You. And, it's a song that came out of a dream. I had a dream one night, not a Martin Luther King kind of dream, just tiny little Kevin dream. And I dreamt I was in a group called the OJs. And when I woke up, I wasn't. It was terrible. I was gutted. Anyway, so All For You. So many people are dreaming about a love that lasts. very much. I'm really grateful. I'm glad you're playing tonight because you're here. Because it's almost like playing at a chair auction, furniture sale. But anyway, okay. Anyway, thank you very much. You've been lovely. You've been really lovely. Thank you very much, Paul, on the sound there, doing a great job. I appreciate it. Thank you. I've probably been doing this all day. I'm sure you have actually. Been hard at it, slaving over a hot desk. So, thanks Izzy, thanks Tim for doing a great job organising it all. And anyway, so I'm going to finish this with a song called Leaving in a Hurry Blues. And that's about it really. So, Leaving in a Hurry Blues. Thank you very much. You'll enjoy Blacksmith. I know I've got the CD. I'll listen to it. Okay, thanks very much, and Leaving in a Hurry Blues. Got his spine right in line. He's got good company. He's walking a fine line in his downtime, learning a thing or two. Many didn't want to lose her. No, he didn't want to choose. Comes down to dishes sometimes, comes down to the floor. It comes down to hurting someone so bad that you hope they'll find the one-way door. Didn't want to lose her. No, he didn't want to choose. Time to lose him, leaving in a hurry blues.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.